This show is sponsored by Card Tricks UK. Visit them on Whatnot, where you'll find daily breaks and much more. Use code SCR2025 for 50% discount off your next purchase, up to the value of £50. Chris, Casper and the team will see you there.
And now, presenting from across the pond, it's the Squared Circle Relics Podcast.
Going for gold. The heat is on. The time is right. It's time for you to play your game. 'Cause people are coming. Everyone's trying to be the best that they can.
Hello and welcome to episode 71 of the Squared Circle Relics Podcast. I am your lead host this week, Chris. I'm only joined by one other guy. Hi, Jamie. How you doing?
Hello, how you doing? All right.
Yeah, not too bad. So Dave, the president, we are presidentless. He must be really ill because he's missing the pod.
He must be very. I mean, I don't think
be.
we've ever had one for a long time where we haven't had Lloydy on here as well. So.
Yeah, definitely been a while. But the show must go on. There's a lot to talk about. There's been a lot going on in the card world and more so in the wider wrestling world. And it is, as we were just talking about it off air, it is a shame that Dave's missing this because, yeah, we've got John Cena to talk about in a little while.
Seismic shift across everything.
Yeah. But how are you anyway, Jamie? Have you been up to much? How are you doing?
All right. Yeah, all right. It was my birthday yesterday, another day old, another year older, and another day older.
And another day, yeah.
So another ripe age of 35. So I don't know where that puts you, but yeah, kind of 35 is kind of mid 30s, other than kind of early 30s, isn't it? Really now, so
yeah, you're definitely mid now. I'm 37, so not far off. But
I haven't done any. Sorry,
I was just going to say, did you have a good birthday?
Yeah, it was really good actually. Yeah, really good. I was just going to say, I haven't done any polls or questionnaires or forms yet where I've gone into another bracket.
You've got to fill in. You're at the lower bracket now, yeah.
Yeah.
It just gets worse. And when you have to scroll on like a thing and you just keep scrolling and you're like, oh.
One day I'll stop here. Yeah. But no, all good. We went down to London yesterday for the day, so I went to the Back to the Future musical yesterday, which was one of my so I'm not normally like a musical kind of guy. Like I've never been into musicals, so I was like, am I going to like this? But, it was all right, actually. For something that I love Back to the Future anyway, it was just enough to kind of give a little taste of a musical, but still have Back to the Future stuff. So, yeah, it was really good. Yeah,
I'm the same. I think I've only been to one musical on Broadway, and it was Avenue Q, which is like puppets.
Oh, the puppets, yeah.
Yeah, so that was really good. And it was similar to what you said. It's kind of got something else. It's not just a musical, so... Yeah, very cool.
I'll tell you what I did see, though. I did see an advert for Hercules, the musical, and I thought, you know what? I love Hercules. And that would be a musical I could quite happily sit there and enjoy and have all the songs from the film,
Nice, yeah. I think I could see that on the horizon for you there, Jamie. Cool. I just want to quickly mention before we go too far into the show, 2 days ago I was eating and I bit my tongue. Don't talk while you're eating. There's a reason you don't talk while you eat. Not only did I was talking and I made a sudden head movement. Right. And my tongue just, I don't know what happened. It went all
shoved itself under your teeth.
Whiff, yeah. And I bit a fucking hole in my tongue. I could feel it flapping. Like there's a bit on the end flapping. Gross. Jesus, dude. Bleeding for a good hour or so. So with my speech, I can't really pronounce certain words. So if my speech sounds a little bit off today, that is the reason. It has kind of started to heal itself.
Everyone got an ulcer or anything on it or not?
Nah, it's just, do you know what it feels like? It's completely numb. And it feels like, when you burn your tongue when you've eaten something too hot.
Yeah.
It feels like that, but way worse and prolonged. So it's not gone anywhere. It's like, everyone keeps telling me to go to hospital and stuff like that, but fuck that. I'm not going to the hospital if I can literally help it. So
no, 100%.
So yeah.
So, hey, otherwise though, you're right.
Other than that, yeah, really good. I will say, it's a shame we not got Lloydy here. I went into his turf. Stepped on his patch. Yeah, I went to the Milton Keynes card show last Saturday. Really good. You know, I like a card show. But yeah, I went first time ever with my oldest son.
Nice. How did he get on?
He got on really well, really, really well. Yeah, spent a lot of money.
Because he hasn't always been into cards. Has he? I know he dabbled a little bit in like the Mario cards and stuff.
Mario,
he's first from a card show.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, and it was so he's into Pokemon cards, so he's got a decent Pokemon collection. But yeah, sports cards, he's not really. I think I bought him a few before. I bought him some like patches to try and get him interested. But yeah, no, he went full blown into it. He's learning about grading, and yeah, I was actually a little bit proud. He's doing deals. He's getting me better prices. So yeah, that was really, really cool. And he was on a YouTube. There was a YouTuber there, Luke Solves, quite a popular one. He's got like 1.9 million subscribers. And they like grabbed him and they were doing like kids opening packs and stuff. So yeah, it was really cool. He was really happy with that because he does watch that guy. A lot of YouTube. Well. Yeah, and he knew exactly who the guys were. So yeah, I didn't know who they were. I was like, oh, you know that you watched them, and yeah,
that's really cool.
But yeah, it was a good card show. There wasn't, as always, there wasn't much wrestling there, but there was a little bit, and I did manage to pick up a few cards. And that is, I made a post on Instagram. So if you do want to see my pickups, that is on my Instagram. And then a quick shout out as well to friend of the ATP, Matt. So I was meant to meet Matt and his daughter there, but my younger kid threw up on the way over. He threw up a lot. So we were massively delayed, and literally Matt and his daughter were walking out of the show as me and Ted were walking in.
Oh no!
So I got to speak to him for a few minutes. Yeah, but yeah, it was a shame because I think he had like an appointment. Do you know what I mean? And he was already out, sort of thing. So it made sense for him to go straight to the show. It was just shit that I was like an hour late.
What did Matt pick up? Did he pick up anything decent?
I don't think he grabbed anything. Not that I saw anyway. I know his daughter did. She was getting some like Topps Chrome women's cards. So like women's football cards and stuff.
Okay.
But yeah.
Did you pick anything up? I don't know, save it for purchases actually, I guess.
Well, actually, I have completely fucking spaced on purchases for the card show. So I haven't put any of them in my purchases. I picked up my usual kind of stack of cards. A couple of the notable ones, an Undertaker 91 Classic. So not like the main one.
The rookie, yeah.
Yeah, like one of the kind of action shots. And it's like a PSA 6, I think. But it was like 15 quid. I thought, yeah, I'll take that. And one I think I mentioned on the pod maybe a couple of months ago, when we were talking about comedy. Do you remember I said there's a Topps Now Shane Gillis card that I wanted? And I managed to get that SGC 9.5. And I paid, I think it was about 35, and Raw on US eBay, they were sort of like 35, 40. So I was pretty happy with that pickup.
Nice.
The guy even said, like, no one's really paid any attention to that card up until you've just picked it up. And I was like... Yeah.
And now everyone's after it.
Oh, I know. I didn't put it back down. I was like, yeah, I like that.
That's good. That's really cool.
But yeah, really cool. There was not much sealed wrestling product, but there's always sort of one or two guys. I think there's one guy, Aces Sports Cards, Charlie Keane. He's been at every show that I've been at, and he always carries a little bit of wrestling. So yeah, I always do a little deal with him and grab some of his wrestling. So yeah, good show overall. Really well set out. I know Dave said he thought it was a bit packed before, but after going to the London card show, this was really nice.
Would you go to MK again, do you think?
Absolutely, yeah. The next one, I think Mark said it's October the 11th. So it's ways off, but 100 million % would go to that again. And Ted is already eyeing up that one as well. So
nice. Well, it's nice actually now you've got him coming with you now as well, actually. It kind of gives an extra interest to say, well, we'll go there for the day sort of thing, you know?
And it helps with deals. So he at one point, he grabbed a card, say it was like 40 quid. I grabbed a card that was like 30 quid. And then because they see him picking up the cards and kind of asking me, and then they're more, the vendors are kind of more inclined to do a deal with you. Yeah. And Ted got lots of like freebies and bits like that, bundles of base cards and packets of stickers and stuff. So yeah, it was really, really good. All the vendors were great with the kids, so really appreciate
Brilliant
it.
stuff.
Yeah.
I'd done my first car boot of the year last week. Went down to Huntingdon Racecourse to see what was over there.
I went to a different one last Sunday. I went to Skylarks.
Oh, that's quite a good one. There,
that's a good one. Yeah, I liked it.
Did you? There's a guy over Huntingdon now who is selling singles of like all different sports. So I was going through like his binder and picking up stuff. There wasn't much in there really, but it's nice to see kind of like these guys on there. You know? Did
he have any wrestling?
No wrestling. He had lots of football. Had some UFC, but I think he must do like whatnot stuff because his missus was like on the phone saying, "Oh, an offer's coming for this, an offer's coming for that." So
take it off the table.
Yeah, I didn't catch his name, but yeah, it's unique to kind of see cards at the car boot really. So
that was me a couple of years ago doing that one, trying to sell cards there.
Yeah,
I did actually sell quite a lot of NBA cards there, to be honest. But
so yeah, more to it. So I'm looking forward to getting into car boot season now, which is boot highlight of season Sunday
is back. Yeah, I agree, 100%. I'm going to be starting to do them myself, probably in April when the weather's a little bit more potentially reasonable.
Solid ground, yeah.
Yeah, I mean it was hailstones, and then sun today, so I don't know what the fuck is going on. Cool, right? Shall we talk about what we've been watching? I think there's one thing really here that we're going to talk about mainly, isn't there? Did you watch Elimination Chamber, Jamie?
I did. I saw it on, not live, but I saw it obviously the next day, so I kind of watched it in the morning.
Did you already know when
I
you...
knew nothing.
Oh, wow, that's good that you kept...
So I'm a good boy. I normally just keep my phone on airplane mode until I've seen the pay-per-views.
That's a good idea.
And I'm glad I did actually, because obviously it was on BBC News's front page and everything else. Like it was everywhere. Like it
fucking
had got
big news, yeah.
It was amazing, like seeing like Newsbeat trying to like explain what had happened and stuff. You know what I mean? But
what's your thoughts on it then?
I thought, you know what? There was a part of me. I don't know if we touched on this when we done like the preview stuff, but there was like that kind of conversation about what was going to happen in the chamber. I think we all kind of said Cena or Punk was going to win the chamber, didn't we?
Yeah.
But I think the turn was obviously out of the blue, but there was still that inkling of like when Cena was hanging in the ring for a little while, especially if you watch it back, you kind of think he's hamming this up so much, you do wonder, but it was really, really well done. I thought it was a great segment, and the whole show was really good as well, actually. I thought the women's chamber was really good. Jade's return was done really well, and she looked vicious against Naomi, really. But yeah, I don't think there was really a bad match on the card, really. It was a really nice show. And I'll tell you what was interesting. We met up with a load of family last week, and my cousins, so they're the guys who kind of got me into wrestling when I was like sort of a kid, and they're sort of 6 or 7 years older than me. But they were saying they'd watched the Rumble and the Chamber, and kind of they were getting back into it a bit more. So you kind of think it's definitely made a difference going on Netflix, like more people coming back in again, More
eyes, yeah, that's it.
Well, yeah.
I watched it with Card Tricks during the break. Obviously, they always do a break whilst the pay-per-views are going on. It's always good fun. But yeah, wow. I'm such a mark. Right? That has been well and truly established that I don't know why. It just never kind of occurred to me that this would happen.
I don't think...
I was upset for
really.
days.
Were you really?
Like low-key upset. I wasn't like fucking crying or anything, but I was just like... And then like someone would say something to me and I'd just be like, I'm just thinking about John Cena still.
I mean, it is such a big change, isn't it? Like, it's such a big shift. We've not seen him even come back yet, have we? Like, since the Chamber, like he's not appeared on any telly or any skits or anything at this point. So it'd be interesting to see what it's like when he comes back.
Via satellite.
Yeah, like Hollywood rock stuff.
Turn it, yeah. Yeah, just shock. It was kind of funny. So, like, a couple of days later, it was World Book Day at school for like kids and stuff. Yeah, and they get to dress up as an author. Now, Ted decided that he wanted to dress up as John Cena because we've got like a John Cena hat and he's got a John Cena t-shirt and stuff.
He done a book, didn't he, as well? So
he has. So I did Google this, and he's done a couple of like self-help kind of self-improvement books, and then there's like a couple of wrestling ones as well. So he learned like the titles of a few and was ready to say "fuck you" to anyone, sort of thing, who questioned him on it. But when I was looking at him dressed as John Cena, I was like, "You son of a bitch!" And then I remember that's your kid, man. You probably shouldn't.
you should be doing this.
Getting annoyed at him, fucking Cena. But yeah,
are you forgiven Cena as of yet?
No, God, no. I had a Cena pop turn up this week, and I just
just left it in the box.
That's fucking in the corner over there.
Oh,
but as you said, the whole show was pretty good. You and Dave called it on Bianca winning the women's, but yeah, I was pretty happy with it. It was a good show.
Do you think Cena now goes on and beats Cody for the belt at Mania, or do you think they'll keep on that? Like, do they do a Summer of Heel Cena with the belt, or do you think they just keep on building up towards him not getting the belt and then getting it at the very end?
It kind of makes the most sense, doesn't it, for Cena to get the belt and sort of carry it through to SummerSlam or something like that. Maybe Vince will come back. That's the ultimate heel thing, isn't it? You have The Rock, Vince, and John Cena. That's the new corporate or something, yeah. So that's my prediction already.
That's your fantasy booking in your head.
No, I don't think that's going to happen. But
no, I don't think so.
Yeah. But yeah, I think he definitely... I think if you do the heel turn, then you have a reason to give him that the title basically to get him over the world record.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? To get him to that next thing. If you'd have just kept him as a good guy and given him the title, it would have been a bit meh.
Well, considering he's like lost so many matches over the last couple of years, like every match he's not won, has he, ultimately, other than this chamber. So yeah, I think this gives him that excuse, like this is the only way he could cement his legacy, really, ultimately, selling out.
Yeah, that's it.
But no, it was a really good show.
Really good show. And last thing on it is I cannot wait for the president to come back, because I've been looking forward to hearing his reaction and his sort of take on it as well. So I'm looking forward to the next episode, because I'm sure he'll have something to say. He had quite a few plans for this episode, didn't he? So
yeah, we might have a little bit from
the cameo.
Maybe. We'll see.
We'll see. Cool. We should probably talk about AEW as well, because they had a pretty good show this past weekend. I hear. I haven't watched it.
I thought it was a really good show. Yeah, it's fantastic. I think AEW, they've always been this cementing themselves as every pay-per-view is going to be a good pay-per-view. But I did find that by the time you got to the main event, you could hear the crowd seem to be quite tired. Like, you finish off with Mox and Cope, but you actually then, before that, had like the cage match, and then you had Omega, and then before you had like Tony and Mariah. So there's like so many big matches up until that main event. But yeah, phenomenal. Like, if you paid $40 for it, like, you would never be disappointed ultimately.
Yeah. It sounded like the Mox match was not, like, shouldn't have been the main event. It sounded like either one of the cage match or the Tony Storm match should have been the main event.
Someone did on post wrestling review, they did say if you'd done the Tony Storm and Mariah and then had the match finish, and then they had obviously the end on the Titantron, but then actually did the fade to black and then done like the credits or something, would have been such a good way to end the pay per view.
But instead we have Mox blading left, right, and centre.
I'll tell you what, I did like the cash in piece though. With there was a really cool bit where like Christian was in the Bulldog choke, and he leant over and put his arm over Cope. And I thought that was such a cool thing. It's not even an arm, just like his hand over Cope to try and get the 3 count. And I thought that was such a clever little thing to do, But yeah, I don't know where they're going to go with that now. So,
well, yeah. So he cashed in and didn't win.
Lost. No, exactly. And
but I tell you, like, if he had won, that would get me, for instance, more interested in the product. I liked Christian as a champ in TNA and stuff. And I don't think anyone is really that bothered about Mox being champ, because he doesn't need it.
Everyone's a bit tired of Mox, I think, aren't they?
Yeah, I think he's just better at going around beating people up. I don't feel like he needs the championship. Whereas I'd love to see Christian as the top dog again. That would be really cool.
I think there's definitely going to be them trying to go forward with that. But there was, I mean, on Dynamite last night, they
kind of said that there's like some issues in the patriarchy, and he was going after Nick Wayne and blaming Nick Wayne and that kind of stuff. But they're already like working obviously towards like Swerve being the number one contender, and they're lining up Ospreay to go into the Owen Hart tournament. So I don't quite know when Christian's going to come back round in the cycle, you know.
Yeah,
But,
probably
be a shame if that's done, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. Anything else wrestling wise you've been watching?
No, not really. I mean, other than
Was
the
NXT
WWE Vault on YouTube is amazing. Like they put the WCW Vault up now with
I did see
old pay-per-views, and there's rumours of an ECW Vault coming up as well. So
that would be the
yeah,
ultimate,
more of that,
wouldn't it?
please.
Yeah, definitely. I know we'll just say quickly there was NXT Roadblock a couple of days ago.
It, though.
I haven't seen it either, but I have seen that we have a new double champ. Have you seen that? Stephanie Vacura. So Stephanie Vacura is now the North American and NXT Women's Champion, double champ.
Wow. We'll see what happens then for Sands Deliver.
Yeah, definitely. Cool. Right. Should we start talking about some cards, or Jamie's standing up? Jamie's off. He's fucked off. I'm on my own. This is a one-man show.
So damn cat was screeching at the door. I was like,
was trying to get out or trying to get in?
They're trying to get out.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
We're live, pal.
Cool, right. So let's start off with some bad news for a second. And I don't know if you know any more about this, but I've seen it posted online in a few places, and I feel like as wrestling card podcasters, you know, we should mention this just so that more people are aware to be on the lookout. So friend of the show, mainly your friend, Jamie, Tony Vella, he runs a wrestling store, the Wrestling Guy store in Phoenix, Arizona. And also runs WrestlingTradingCards.com, which we use often. Broken into, I think it was like Tuesday or like
so
some
finished
point.
Monday. Monday, then come into work on Tuesday and found the store being broken into.
Yes, so not good at all. And they were seemed like a targeted thing, didn't it? Targeted breaking, because they went after some really rare stuff. Like you probably, not many people I think would think to go after this stuff, I guess. But you guys need to be on the lookout for Rax roast beef card set 1979, 86 Scanlons, and 87 NWA Brownback. So all three of those kind of card sets are not things that you see very often. Is that fair to say?
No,
I think that's fair to say.
I agree.
So if you see any posted anywhere, Facebook, Instagram, whatnot, TikTok, anywhere, eBay, please get in touch with either us, Card Foundation guys, or Tony, obviously himself, and just let them know, even if it's not actually his cards, it's worth just kind of sending them over anyway, just in case. So, yeah, really shit.
It is really shit, and I know Tony, obviously, he's built that shop up over the last few years, and there's obviously the struggles to get him where he is now. Yeah. And to hear that something like this has happened to him and someone's gone after cards that people within the hobby would know about, rather than just like someone targeting his shop and not going after figures or merch or anything else. Like, it's very much a case of picking things that have value, you know, which
Massive
is
value,
very dodgy, you know. So yeah, not good at all, really. But yeah, if anyone isn't like familiar with like those roast beef cards, there's really some sort of rare names in there and stuff like that. Obviously, there's some early Rock and Roll Express cards and stuff.
They're the ones. That's it. They're the ones that say they've got the Pabst blue ribbon sign on, right?
Yeah, that's it. Yes,
in the corner, in the bottom corner. Yeah, there's a few really big cards there. So yeah, anyone sees anything about those, just give somebody a shout, and hopefully he will get a result in the end.
I hope so. Right. Yeah, and if anyone, just really quick again, if anyone wants to obviously support Tony at this time as well, obviously while this is going on, obviously his shop's not open. I know you can obviously pick up some cards and stuff on his online store, or even reach out to him and pick up some of his like guest cards that he's had autographs with and stuff, just to, you know, give him a little bit of support during this time, because I know it mean a lot to him.
They had Layla there recently, didn't they?
They did, and yeah, they've had loads of legends and stuff there. So
oh yeah, loads.
Reach out to him, then he'll have some Layla cards.
Yeah, I might do it. Cool. Right, so let's talk some card news now. So I'm going to start off with AEW because there has been a decent amount. It's all Epack stuff. So if you're not into Epack, skip forward about 10 minutes. But I love Epack. It's my favourite thing at the moment. And let's start off with out of nowhere, we had Flagship 2024 released on Epack.
This was like literally announced and then out the next day, wasn't it?
It was out, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even see that it got announced. It was just like, I think it was Dave or someone was just like, 2024 Flagship's out. But
It's there, yeah.
Well, just went ham on it. Have you bought any?
I bought 3 packs on release night because, again, you always tend to see on release night because there's so many people buying. There's always get good hits because you tend to hit the packs just right. I didn't get much at all, really. So I'm kind of doing a bit of a dabble like every couple of days, maybe just picking up a pack. But again, like the price of these E-packs, like even a box isn't that badly priced for this at all, is it? So I think if you want a bit of 2024 AEW, then that's definitely a way to get product over here.
It is slightly more expensive than 2023 though on Epack, isn't it?
A little bit, yeah.
Double check.
So
I think the
$10 a
packs
pack.
are $9.99 and 23 I feel like was less than that. Let's have a quick check. But yeah, I went in on this obviously, and I bought a few packs. Yeah, packs of 2023 are $4.99.
Oh, wow. Okay. So
I think it works out the same though, because I feel like you get more.
So in 2023, you get 6 cards a pack, and you get 12 in one of these.
That's it. So
new
it's
packs.
the
So you
same
do get
thing.
double.
Yeah. So it is the same. So I'm going to shut up. I just prefer the $4.99 price point.
Yeah, no, of course, yeah.
But yeah, I bought a box, and I bought a few like you did on the first night. I bought a few like random packs and that. In my box, I got a manufactured Brody King patch, which is okay. And I got a to 25 Billy Starks.
Nice, that's not bad.
And she has a big following. So I'd been getting every day like some crazy trades for it. But we know one of our ATP members, Tommy, he PCs Billy, so it has gone to him now. It has gone to him now. So he can deal with all the fucking trades. I said just lock it, but I think he likes seeing the trades, as I did as well. But yeah, that was probably the biggest hit. I mean, again, the Prez went in on this, didn't he? I know he bought a box at least. I feel like he got quite a few. I mean, he got quite a few like numbered cards and bits, but I'm not overly sure if he got anything like
I don't think there was anything. I don't remember anything groundbreaking being popped in our chat anyway.
No, same.
I mean, I done again my packs. I just got some kind of usual. Got a couple of Dazzlers type things and bits and pieces, but yeah, there wasn't anything there that I thought, shit, that was an amazing purchase for $30. So
yeah, but it is out there. People are obviously trying to do achievements. So yeah, if you've got cards, yeah, you can always trade them as well. So like, you sometimes get really uneven trades where people are trying to complete those achievements. They'll kind of send you free good cards for the one that they need. So yeah, definitely worth getting involved with that. Sticking with AEW, we have a new weekly card release, which is Sting Weekly. Have you bought any of these,
Sting? I did. I found it a bit weird, the wording of it, saying they're celebrating the career of Sting, and it's only his AEW career. Yeah.
Asterisk AEW only.
But I mean, there are some cool images. Some of them do look very similar to Match Day Moment Sting images. There's not much difference there. So I did only pick up a pack. I haven't done anything else. But yeah, there are some nice images in there if you are a fan of Sting. I don't know if Coffin Drop's gone in heavy on them, because again, they're a limited.
There's a lot of Sting and Darby in there.
Yeah.
I think I've bought all in. I think I bought like 6 or 8 packs over the two. So it came out last Thursday, and then today the second lot has dropped. So yeah, I did. I've picked up quite a few. I didn't really get anything cool. There's like printing plates and relics and stuff you can get, but no, I've only got iconic battles and iconic rivalries.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think iconic battles is like 1 in 2 packs, so you're, almost guaranteed to get one of them.
You're gonna want. But if you are look at it, obviously there's the numbers in there. There's like the Snowfall parallel, which is like numbered to 40. Scorpion's unnumbered, but yeah, there's obviously 1-on-1s and things like that as well. So
yeah, 1-on-1s and plates,
do you know how much of the 1-on-1s are still left? I don't know how much has been bought.
No, I don't know. I haven't looked into it enough. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, you can look and see what's available to trade, but I haven't had a look. I have seen people posting on AEW groups on Facebook and stuff that they've been pulled, so they're definitely out there. But they're $12.99 a pack, and you get free. I want to say free cards.
Yes, you do. Yes, free cards.
Something like that. Yeah. And yeah, I mean, I like them. They're quite cool, but yeah, they are. Some of them are a little bit samey, I guess.
Yeah, I think that's my kind of feeling as well. There's nothing groundbreaking there, really.
Yeah. Cool. So more Epack news. We had AEW preview. We haven't had one of these in years.
Since day dot, yeah.
Years. I mean, we had Punk, Keith Lee, and Daniel Bryan.
And Adam Cole, yeah, that's it.
Adam Cole, and then nothing again. But they're back, and this time they're bringing the boom. Boom.
They went down really well actually at Revolution on the pre-show. I think everyone's well into these guys.
Yeah, I have seen. That's probably the match I've seen the most of. Yeah, it's really cool. So the Rizzler came out with Orange Cassidy, didn't he?
Yeah,
really cool. Did you buy any of these?
I haven't. So
I feel like you're going to say no to this one.
No, I haven't. I mean, I'm not overly fussed. I mean, I guess for me, obviously they're $6.99 per person. I mean, if you paid a little bit more, if it was like $12 and you got all 3, then I'd probably be more inclined. But when you're talking like $21 for 3 preview cards, and yeah, I'm not quite sure really, but we'll see. But there's some cool parallels for these as well. But Chris, you're
I'm looking a bit sheepish.
You've gone in heavy.
Yeah.
Did you go in heavy for these?
Not heavy. I mean, might have done. No, so I bought what you just said. I spent $20 on the free or 20 quid on the base of AJ, Big Justice, and the Rizzler. And then when I sold the Billy Starks to Tommy, I had a bit of spare cash. I went back and bought 3 more Rizzlers because Rizzler's the one who has got the image variations.
He has, yes, yep.
So out of those 3 packs, and I mean, I was just doing it to get some more Rizzler base, but I got 2, and pack after pack, 2 of the 1 in 25 pack ratio image variations. And there was when I pulled it, there was 17 in the world, and I'd just pulled 2 of them, and I was like, for fuck's sake. But actually, it's probably the cooler of the 3 anyway, so I was pretty happy.
Has Rizzler and these guys had any cards at any other time? Could these be like big cards in the future?
They have. I think they had some Leaf ones.
Okay.
I feel like. But do you know what I mean? I don't know. Leaf kind of have everyone, and people don't necessarily see them as do you know what I mean? They're their first proper base cards, I guess. Yeah.
And I guess not that Leaf aren't big, but this is the first big reputable company type card, isn't it? Really? So
yeah. Yeah, random. But people were asking for it. It's like with WWE, we've been asking for ages for Logan Paul. You look at the numbers that the I Show Speed card did in Tops Now, and it's I think the 2nd or 3rd highest selling card they've released so far.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of a cool one. I'll probably look to resell them pretty quickly, but yeah, it's good to see AEW preview. I mean, it's surprising they didn't just do new arrivals for them.
Yeah, which makes sense. But I wonder, I mean, do you think this does give us a sign that 2025 isn't far away from being released?
Yeah, it could well be.
So we'll see.
Yeah, that's it. Cool. Next up on... Oh no, are we done for Epack news? Whoa, we're done.
Yeah.
I mean, other than we're going to be getting match dated moments for Revolution, I'd imagine next week.
Yeah, I keep an eye on Upper Deck's website.
It's usually now that they.
It's normally by record.
Well,
yeah, exactly.
Bloody recording that they announce it. Let's double check. I mean, I haven't seen any emails come through or anything.
Yeah, if you go in Deck's, I'll have a quick
week 2 of Sting. So no, nothing announced yet. Quick guess on what sort of card would you want to see from that? Would you want to see Tony Storm with the crimson mask on?
I think they're going to really struggle with Revolution because they don't tend to put blood on cards, do they? Of like the people with blood, and when you've got lots of blood in Tony Storm, Mariah, lots of blood Osprey and Fletcher, blood in the main event, like I think you're going to have a lot of pre-match
entrances.
Yeah.
I really want to see the cage spot get a card.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like at the top of the
Spanish
cage.
Fly.
Yeah, I really want to see that get a card. That's my main kind of hope with them.
I think if they do the Mariah Tony Storm, it'd have to be them like laying on the stage at the very end.
Yeah.
With the end or something like that, or like the table spot or something where they're coming off the stage.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not sure. I think it's going to be tough considering there is a lot of bloodbath. So
I'd imagine we're going to be let down.
Yeah, I do too.
I always want these like blood cards and stuff, and we never kind of really get them. No. Cool, right. We've been talking about AEW for a while now. Let's move.
Which is different actually, because we haven't spoken about AEW stuff for a long time.
No,
it's been all on the Upper Deck front.
All WWE and Tops heavy, hasn't it? So yeah, there's been lots of like Epack releases, so I've been a happy boy. But let's talk some WWE Tops now. We saw the release. It was out like next day, a couple of days, 2 days later or something.
Yeah, very quick.
Very quick.
It's Upper Deck, pay attention.
Well, I think they did, and then they were like, "Oh shit, we better get 2024 out." Topps Chrome WWE Sapphire out now. Yes. I know a lot of the guys in our group kind of went to try and get it. Did you try and go in for a box?
I didn't.
Or was
no.
No.
So I saw because it went up at the same time. Was it at 5 o'clock? They go up.
Yeah.
And I saw as soon as I saw them go up, I was like, they've just got sold out so quickly. Like literally, people were like the baskets were like refreshing, and people were just missing out, weren't they? So. Yeah, I didn't really get a chance, but I know, let's say, a lot of people went into it. The price wasn't too bad, was it? So,
yeah, I mean, for Sapphire, I was like, wow, yeah. If you could get it at that retail price, you know, what you got to lose, sort of thing. Well, except 280 quid or whatever it was.
Yeah, if you get a crap box.
If you got a shit box like I did. So I went in for 2 and got 2. So I had the refresh problem, and then I don't know. Yeah, I kept getting the refresh thing, and then it just went through. It just worked, and I was like, "Oh shit, should I do it?" I ended up doing it. And yeah, the first video is up on YouTube now, doing pretty well. And yeah, it's a fun product. I have to give it that. It's the best base set ever. Do you know what I mean? Like, to have those blue sapphires as base cards is really cool. But, and it's a big fucking but, there's just a lot of issues with it. You know, the checklist is trash. The auto checklist especially is trash. I know that there's autos that have since been found that weren't on the checklist, but they seem to be few and far between.
Yeah.
Seeing case breaks, and you're getting like 80-90% of them are kind of NXT guys or lower level
Lexus
talent.
King and Maxine Dupree and stuff, yeah.
Mate, I'd have been happy with either of them over who I got in mind. So I'll say who I got. I got Hank the Tank as my first auto. And then in the second box, which I haven't put on YouTube yet, but I'm not even sure if I'm going to, I got Stevie Turner. So
okay. Well, it's not horrendous, but yeah, they're not groundbreaking people, are they? So
I think it is pretty horrendous because they're both like Stevie Turner is barely featured on NXT at the moment. I mean, the last time I saw her and I asked somebody about this, they were like, "Oh yeah, she was in the background of Ava's office or something." Do you know what I mean? Like it was just
okay.
Nothing. And I've bought in the past like Stevie Turner autos for under a tenner. I think I can pay like a five.
Let's not discuss it then, Chris. It's all right.
It is a beautiful product, and some of the other numbered cards that I got, I can't really complain about. It was like 2 or 3 PC guys, and they are beautiful. They are really nice cards. My only other gripe is it should, if you're getting like that, you're only getting 32 cards in a box. I feel like every pack, I think you have like 6 or 8 packs or something.
Yeah.
Every pack should have a numbered card in it.
Of some level,
yeah. If you're struggling, because they only made 1,000 cases of it, if you're struggling because of the ratio, so to speak, then put one insert in there. Do you know what I mean? Just put some of the inserts in, and then you can beef it up a little bit. But yeah, just getting like a pack with just the base in is a bit annoying.
I did contemplate, after seeing a few breaks last weekend, obviously watching your video, I was thinking, how feasible would it be for me to try and get a base set of it as like a long-term like build like I did with Ruby Red? And actually looking at the price on it at the minute, I don't think that's tangible. But like I say, there's only 1,000 made. It's like, do I actually set that as a base set?
I feel like if you were to do it, then now is the time to do it. I know that they seem high now, like the base prices. I just think they might well go up because there's going to be so fewer of them, because people aren't opening boxes, they're keeping them sealed. They're trying to double, triple their money, which at the moment doesn't seem to be happening. There's not that many sealed boxes selling on eBay, for instance, in the UK.
So you're telling me I should try and do a 1 to 200 base set Sapphire?
And come to me first of all, because I've got about 40 or 50 of the bastards to get rid of. No, I'm not trying to.
No. Let's. I mean, look, I love a challenge, and I need a set to get for 2025. So, Sapphire might be it. So yeah. Let's see.
And it is a beautiful set. So yeah, if you were going to go for one of the Topps Chrome kind of sets, I think that might be the one to do.
Okay, nice.
But yeah, I know that Dave was contemplating buying a box of Sapphire, but I don't think he managed to get one in the end, because he had a hell of a week just before that selling some of his PC cards. He was fucking rolling it. He was making loads of money.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to talk to him. Obviously, he's been unwell this week. I don't know whether or not he's now decided to only have certain bronze cards or something. But he was definitely shifting a lot of things, wasn't he? So
yeah.
I don't know what he was thinking about picking up, but yeah, we'll ask him next time round.
Yeah, definitely. And he made a hell of a lot of money. And the thing about when Dave sells is it's always good prices. I can never question his pricing.
He's always fair, yeah.
Spot on. Price to sell is, I suppose, the term, isn't it?
It's what you want.
Unlike me, where pricing's too high and then take offers. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, but if
fine though. I mean, it works. Yeah.
That's it. And if he proved it there, whereas if you do price to sell and you actually want to get rid of everything, then that is the way to go. So yeah. Well done to the Prez for that one. That's enough Topps Chrome Sapphire. What about Topps Now?
I'm really impressed with Topps Now this week. I've said this before, like since Topps have taken over the license, like they've been shit hot on like getting images out like the next day.
Yeah.
So quick. And like they're all good images as well. Like they're not just crap things they've just picked out, Yeah. So I mean, Elimination Chamber, we'll crack on with that first of all. Okay, so did you pick up?
Well, so just before we talk Elimination Chamber, let's go back to Netflix, the first Netflix, because
yes,
I had all my base in, I don't know, like three weeks ago. And then because they were bringing so many out so quickly, I mean, I bought some Speeds and I bought CM Punk and Rhea and stuff, but then I didn't get any parallels. And I bought a lot. And I was saying to Tommy, I've tapped out on Topps Now already. I'm like, I can't deal with it. And the issue I had was I had one of the cards turn up really damaged.
Oh, really?
So one of the Rock and Roman cards was fucked, and I had to
in the little plastic case?
Yeah, even in the plastic case, it was. Yeah,
jeez.
It's got like a crease mark, when it gets like kind of bent, and then it's all white at the top.
Oh, mate, that's crap.
I sent it back. Yeah. So I had a package turn up last week, I think. Yeah, last week. From Tops. And I just assumed, I didn't even open it for hours. I just left it there. I assumed it would be the replacement base card. So, which I still haven't had. But in the end, I opened it up and it actually was one of the to 50 gold Rock and Roll.
Nice.
So, yeah.
So was that actually part of the original? So it isn't a replacement at all. They've just not been.
No,
They literally was.
So the parallels are just sent out later, which is what they do in football. Yeah, because my mate buys a lot of Tops Now football, and I'm sure I remember him saying that he had like a Mo Salah or someone turn up like 2-3 weeks after the base did, and then he got a parallel. So looks like WWE are doing that as well, at least in the UK anyway. But yeah, I was proper made up with that. Really good day.
Oh, that's really cool.
I just have an issue because I PC both guys. I don't know where to put it. Do I put it with the Rock binder? Do I put it in the Roman binder? Oh,
why don't you start off a new piece here, Rock and Romans, or like Rock group shots for the year or something?
Oh, yeah, I like that. I'll do that.
It does conclude, obviously, we were discussing beforehand, like Lloydy wondered if we were going to have any parallels over here in the UK, and was a big talking point because obviously everyone was having their shipments and they weren't here. We have actually seen a hell of a lot of parallels arrive, like we've had one-on-ones. There's been a lot of people now in the UK getting this stuff. So it does make me actually more inclined to actually maybe order from Tops UK rather than Tops US.
100%, yeah.
It just makes sense now actually because the price in them is about the same. Obviously, there's no shipping in the UK, and then I haven't obviously got to wait for it to get over here. So, yeah, it's definitely made me think twice about where I order my Tops Now stuff from anyway. So, but yeah, lots of people getting parallels now, which is great.
The pricing stays the same as the US, which pisses me off because our money is worth more. Do you know what I mean? So I'm like fucking paying like £11.99 is I'd rather pay $11.99
dollars.
But as you said, it's the shipping time, the shipping cost, and if we are going to get parallels, which as you say we've been seeing pop up now, then yeah, UK all the way for me.
Yeah.
What cards have we seen come up? Was it someone had a 1-of-1?
So the 1-of-ones cropped up. I don't know which one it was. I know Adam Anwar put in our chat, didn't he, that there was a 1-of-1.
Yeah, maybe Roman.
Yeah, I thought it was like Roman or Rock or something like that. But we've definitely seen a 1-of-1.
Maybe like the patch relic or something. But yeah, I've seen a few of them pop up in the UK. But people are having a bit of a hard time pricing them. Because, it's really difficult to price.
There's no comparisons, is there? Like Tops Now, it's quite unique in that way, isn't it? Really?
Yeah. Cool. But as you said, we did get new ones this week. I'm just going to run through them really quick. So, I mean, the Elimination Chamber ones, we got the main one being Rock, Cena, and Travis Scott, which hit the 50,000 print run mark. I think it was like 55,000 something.
Unbelievable. What a far cry this is from Tops Now when it was like print runs of 38.
Or even Panini Instants, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They summed it up perfectly on the CFP this week. They said why Panini did it that way is insane because they never would have sold 55,000 cards the way they were doing it, where you had to quickly try and buy the to 5, the 1-of-1.
Because everyone's only after the low numbers. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Whereas if you give them, like, we keep buying them because we have that possibility of getting one of these, like, parallels and stuff. But yeah, so we got, because they sold over 50,000, we get Chrome. Yay. So we get
happy days. Yeah,
happy days. We get gold to 50 and green to 99. So hopefully someone that we know will hit one of these. Did you go for a Rock Travis Cena?
I did, because obviously you've got the auto chance there as well, haven't you? And you think that's going to be such a mega card. Like, when it comes to Tops Now, like that is, I think that tops the Rock and Roman. I think at that point, it's an incredible card, isn't it? Yeah. I think this is probably Travis Scott's first auto through Tops as well, is it, or not?
No, so he was featured in baseball. I think it was maybe last year.
Yeah, okay, as Travis Scott, yeah.
As Travis Scott, yeah. And the auto, I'm sure I looked them up at one point because I was like, oh, I wouldn't mind a Travis Scott auto. It was insanely priced. It was like thousands or something.
Well,
Do you know what I
then,
mean?
so
Because I went to see him in concert just after we started this podcast. Not through choice. It was my niece wanted to go and she needed an adult to go with her. But yeah, it was a really good show. So I'm partial to a bit of Travis Scott anyway.
I mean, but there are really good images. So I actually went in obviously for that triple card. Also went in for Cena attacking Cody, the individual card for those as well. So I picked up quite a few cards for Elimination Chamber anyway, which I think I am going to just, like I do with Panini, just pick up a few cool images from the pay-per-view, really. So
yeah, I mean, I did the same. I bought the Travis Scott one, and then I bought CM Punk one that came out this week. So I'll just quickly go through the ones that came out. So it was the one we've just spoken about, Jade Cargill's return, Cody and The Rock, Randy Orton, the Cena one that you just said about. Oh, no, sorry, the Cena win, Bianca Belair, and the Cena turn as well. And then this week we have had Stephanie Vacua. We have an auto chance in that one. So there's the 101 auto, the to 5, which is red, which kind of goes, and then the to 10, which is black, which again kind of goes with her outfit, doesn't it? And then we also had CM Punk, Seth in the cage, EO winning the title, LA Knight winning the US title, and Roman.
It's really nice stuff.
I went for CM Punk, but I didn't go for any of the others.
I haven't picked up, so the CM Punk image is in punching Seth at the top of the cage, isn't it? Punching downwards. So I might pick up a Seth. And I mean, again, it's quite cool to have these random moments from Raw, isn't it, now at this point? So I
quite like that. It's just that thing, it just kind of keeps you interested in the Topps product. Do you know what I mean? Like, obviously, we've had Chrome release, and I think everything's out from Topps Chrome now. And we don't know when the next release is. So if you get this every week or so, it kind of just keeps them in your mind to a degree.
And they're doing, again, like you said earlier, they're doing a much better job than Panini Instance did with stuff. And also putting Upper Deck to shame because, is there any reason why we shouldn't have match day moments quicker than that, So we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Cool. Any other card news for you, Jamie?
Not really. No, I've not seen anything much online a minute, really, other than that. No indie kind of cards now. So, yeah, I think that pretty much sums up for card news.
Yeah, I would just last thing on WWE Topps, I would like to know when the next product is. Do you know what I mean? If it's
nothing heavy.
April or May, or do you know what I mean? It's not anything. I mean, we saw those kind of sets announced right at the start, but there's been nothing concrete. So yeah, I would like to hear something concrete in the next 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Give it 2 weeks. Cool. Right. Shall we go over to your corner, Jamie?
Go for the corner. I mean, do we? This might be one of the final Jamie's corners. So we'll find out how we go on. But let's go through this week's Colonel's Corner this week. So as always, we will have Wrestling Card Wednesday. Yesterday was Wednesday, so we'll run through what we had up in our Squared Circle Relics chat over in the Card Tricks WhatsApp community. So again, if you're not in there already, come over and come join the group. Good bunch of people in there, all listeners obviously of the pod, and obviously you can join all the other Card Tricks rooms as well. So to start things off, first of all, Tommy put up his card that you obviously mentioned already, the Billy Starks out of 25 that you picked up from you, so that was his card for this Wednesday. Timmy in the chat put up his collection of Heritage 1985 that he's trying to pick up for the Chrome set. He's still got some way to go, he said, but he's getting through quite a few of the legends, so he's got a nice selection there.
It didn't look like he had a long way to go. It looked
I didn't think so either. I was looking at this, there's pretty much everyone there, isn't it?
Unless he's like trying to replace the refractors, because he's got a fair few refractors in there. Unless he's trying to replace them with coloured ones, which would be cool.
Well, he also said rainbow, so I don't know if he's like trying to get one of everything.
Ah, that's really cool if he's trying to do that. Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't managed to chat to him, so I'm actually going down to the match on Saturday, so I'm going to try and pick this up with him and see what he said. So
no fighting, Jamie.
Oh, yeah, tell me about it. It'd be a bit tense.
The Cambridgeshire derby.
It is, isn't it?
Cambridge Peterborough.
So we'll see. But I'm down there on Saturday, so I'll catch up with Timmy then. And And as we were going through, so Simon in the chat put up a Bruno Sammartino PSA Gem Mint 10. So it's not in hand yet, but it's over in his locker, so he's well chuffed with that. And this is a Leaf Bruno card. And another Jamie put in a chat, he picked up a Beckett slabbed Lance Storm from the Aggression set from Flair, which is a nice little piece. And he mentioned that he was a big Lance Storm fan growing up as a kid. And he picked up and he actually loves it. So that's a nice little slab piece. Chris, you put up in the chat your PMG Sting to 90, which is a really nice Sting card. So you put that in there.
Nice.
And then, I finished off yesterday evening. I put up a card that I picked up. Again, a bit of like these forgotten cards. I do always try and keep my eyes out for these. I picked up the Father's Day pack that they released last year for Panini. I picked up a Trouble Chief 225. So
0-0 of 25.
So I picked this up on ComC. There's a number 7, and then this one that must be 8, but it definitely looks like 0-0.
So really, really. When I think it was Freddie said, "Is that a 0-0?" I was convinced as well. I could not see the 8. And
you cannot tell the difference at all.
Even when you said about it, I was like, I mean, it most likely is an 8. It's just really bad lighting or something. I don't know.
Yeah, but you look at it though, like you can't see where the dent is for the 8, but we'll see. It's at my ComC, so when I do ship it, we'll find out what it is. But yeah, nice selection for Wrestling Con Wednesday.
Really quickly on my Sting PMG, because I have forgot to put that in my purchases as well. Can I just quickly tell you the backstory of this?
Yeah.
So it was 1:30 in the morning, and I got an email about the weekly Sting. It was before they had come out. It was like the weekly Sting cards. It was just telling you about it, and I was like, "Oh, they look really cool." And then I took a screenshot of it, and I was going to send the ATP, our group, the screenshot, and I was like, "Dude, it's like fucking 1:37 in the morning. Don't send that." So I decided against it. But
everywhere.
I still took the screenshot. And then I was like, oh, actually, I'm going to buy a couple of packs. So I bought 2 packs of Skybox Metal, and I bought 1 pack of Allure 2022. And I pulled in the metal, I pulled a Sting red PMG. And it was all inspired. That whole it was like within 5 minutes of getting the email and going, oh shit, I'm going to look at that email, and then getting a couple of packs and pulling the Sting PMG. So I was well happy with that. It was like
not just the way it goes sometimes, though, isn't it?
Yeah,
like
that's it.
It's mad.
I got a feeling.
Really.
I got a good Sting feeling. But it was literally all inspired by this email, and then so I then screenshot the pull, and you can see the timestamps on them is like 1:37 and 1:42. Do you know what I mean? So I just thought it was cool. Yeah, but that's enough from my.
No, so it's cool. But we had a really good Wrestling Card Wednesday this week. So, do come over to the Card Tricks community, and we'll still do Wrestling Card Wednesday. It's good to show off your PC a little bit and get people, it's like, ooh, inspire people to pick up a few bits and pieces. So, it's all good. Other than that, nothing much more to report in the Colonel's Corner this week. So, Chris, we'll go over to you and the Nook.
Right. So, as Jamie said, we're kind of maybe calling time on the corner. And we might well be calling time on the Nook as well. So more to come on that. We'll have a good think about it and see what we can do going forward. But this might well be the last one. And kind of fitting to being the last one that, I mean, Dave's not here, but none of us have. We've all sent the cards, but none of us have received them. Dave's hasn't. Dave's was sent on like the 26th of February and still wasn't here.
Yeah, Dave's has been sent from the States, but he has sent his picture through. I mailed mine off yesterday, but that's obviously not been received yet.
I was the same. I've had mine a few days, and I just kept forgetting to do it. And so I even paid for like first class or whatever, so I shouldn't have bothered with that. But it didn't make it. So, who was your tag team partner again?
So my tag team partner was my missus.
Your missus, that was it. And who was Dave's?
So Dave's was his tag team partner, from Card Tricks.
Yes.
Retrospector.
Yeah.
Retrospector, yes.
And mine, I didn't think I
was your mate, wasn't it? Your best mate?
No. I had asked somebody, but they hadn't read the message because I'd only asked them like a few hours earlier. But it was Scott Crouch. SC Cards.
Oh, you did go with Scott. Nice.
He's got such a good knowledge of wrestling cards, and his store on eBay is so good that I was sure he would have something. So yeah, he accepted and picked out a card. We did originally, so we know what the cards are, and we'll say in a sec. But we originally kind of wanted to go with the card that Dave has bought in America. The reason we didn't was because there was none in the UK.
Oh, okay.
So we went differently.
I will say with Scott, actually, because obviously when we've done the tag team stuff before, like I did think about going to Scott, because in the past when I've done a Chris's Nook, I've obviously bought from Scott's shop.
Yeah.
And I said to him, like, give me a selection of these kind of things and I'll buy a load of them and have a look. And Scott was like really into it, so I'm glad he's actually managed to do a Nook properly now. So
yeah, and like with the Liberator of the Week, I feel like he always has good suggestions in that as well. So yeah, I'm happy with the card that he's picked. So he sent me a listing of it was like one of the multi listings, and but it only sent me like the list. It didn't tell me which one, and the one that I thought was the best is the one that he had intended to send. So that's what we bought, and it's on its way to you. Be there tomorrow.
That's very nice. Cool.
Do you want me to say what it is, or do you want to?
Yeah, let's do a reveal. Yeah, Lloydy said we were right to reveal, so let's do it.
Cool. So on its way to Jamie, it is The Big Show. I forget which WrestleMania this is.
Is it 20? I think it's 21. I think.
Yeah, it might well be. It's Bizarre WrestleMania Matches is the insert set, and it is the sumo match. So Akibono. So obviously it's made. We know Big Show's a big guy, obviously. But the kind of trunks he's wearing makes it look worse because he's trying to look more like a sumo. Yeah, so that's why we went for Beer Belly there. How about you? So you were buying for Dave.
I was buying for Dave. Yes. So I said to Abby, because again, Abby doesn't really know any wrestlers other than Rock, Stone Cold, the big guys. So I gave her a list of people and I said, have a look one evening and then we'll sit down and we'll kind of go through some stuff. But as they say, the tag team partner always makes the final decision. And the card went with, which wasn't really on the list as such, but she picked up the Score Giant Haystacks card. And I said, what made her pick that? And it was basically because the World of Sport guys all basically have beer bellies. Like they are just like old dance players. Like, like the twins and all that. So, so we've got Giant Haystacks, a Score card. So I don't think it is. I think it's like a repro set. It's like, it isn't obviously from the 80s, but yeah, Giant Haystacks in his classic gear with a fur coat, hairy medallion chest out and everything like that. So yeah, proper beer belly.
Yeah, nice. And yeah, it's like what you said last week. It's thinking outside the box. Do you know what I mean? Like I wasn't. It's a great pick, and I wasn't thinking of that era of like UK stuff. So yeah, great pick. And so Dave, the Prez, was buying for me, and he has sent a picture through, and it is Action Packed 94, and it is Bastian Booger.
I mean, that's a strong entry, isn't it?
It's a strong entry. As I said, it's the one that we wanted. But there was like stickers, but I feel like that I would have had to DQ myself if I bought a sticker instead of a card. But yeah, no Bastian Booger cards in the UK.
Been bought up by the Americans.
Yeah, that's it. So what we'll do is, as I said, we've got pictures of them. We'll put them out on the usual platforms. We'll find out who the final winner of the Chris's Nook is. Ooh. I mean, you guys haven't won in a while.
Yeah, no, I think, I don't think I'm going to be able to pick up anything now. So that's it. So we'll see what happens.
But I was going to say, obviously, if we're getting rid of these segments, we want to put something else. I kind of want to get something in, kind of what you did a couple of weeks ago, where we're just talking about what we're collecting at the moment. So maybe like a collector's corner, or we've already had a corner, so maybe a collector's cove. There you go. We'll have something like that.
The collector's cove, nice.
Because me and you especially, we do PC a lot of sets as opposed to just wrestlers. So
It'd be nice to at some point as well. I don't know how regularly we want to do it, but it'd be nice to like hear what people's favourite cards are in their PC to some degree as well. You know, what's their gems? We'll figure that out. Anyway,
we'll figure something out. Yeah. Cool. So that's enough Nook for today. And we can't have a president's hole as the Prez is not here. So
no, the hole is closed.
It is closed. So yeah, I'm feeling a bit parched. Shall we?
Coffee.
Break. Cool. So when I was writing the notes, I've told you all this already, Jamie, but I'm going to tell the listeners. I was writing the notes the other night and trying to think of a topic for coffee break, which is really getting quite tough because we've spoken about a lot of stuff and it's like, do you know what I mean? You can only do so many interests and other hobbies and that kind of thing.
And we do like a sort of a moan about something that's happened to us and stuff as well. So we've kind of covered a lot of bases over the last few months, haven't we?
So I had restaurants down and my missus said it was boring. So so she was giving me ideas and one of the ones she said was delivery drivers. Now, I had a bit of an issue with a delivery driver last week. So I was like, yeah, go on then. And as you said, I like a moan.
It's a good venting space.
I'm good at moaning, yeah. So, delivery drivers. Yeah. How you feel about delivery drivers, Jamie?
Well, we'll say disclaimer. If there are any delivery drivers out there, this isn't personal. But it does feel
unless you're the delivery driver that I got to talk about in a minute. Then it is very personal.
I mean, I guess what amazes me is where you have, especially more so now than ever, is like we have your clear instructions on the app where it says like instruction to the driver, leave in said location or leave here, and you come home and it's still sat outside. It's been piss soaked through all day. Door, yeah, it's like just been dumped. I think that's just the trademark of a delivery driver sometimes, isn't it? Or thrown over walls and things like that. But
yeah, well,
I think they're definitely trying to get better, but.
We saw it in the Cantrix WhatsApp group in the last month where someone had won a belt givey and the fucking driver had just chucked it over the fence. And you can hear it in the ring camera. You can hear the fucking sound of it. I'd be pissed. But yeah, you have had a bit of an issue in the last few weeks with your
I have, but it's turned out, you know what, I don't think I've told you boys this, it's actually turned out all right for me.
Yeah.
So... yeah, I had the box turn up at my dad's in the States. They delivered it on the Friday and FedEx left it without a signature and also left it out on the porch and it was out there all weekend. So
as you do.
my dad and stepmum were visiting over here and they were due to go back over the weekend. It was just, poor time. But obviously there was no one there to take it in. But they have got a parcel box, which normally most of the stuff goes in there. But FedEx obviously didn't deliver it in there. So we're a bit unsure kind of what the state of it was. So I put a complaint in to FedEx and Tinder Tops. Nice. And they actually reimbursed me for it.
Bruv.
Nice. So I was like, I couldn't believe it. So,
wow.
I said to them the situation. I was like, this is very poor. It's an expensive product that I now can't get hold of.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's damaged. Yeah. And I said, I don't know if it's going to be damaged or anything like that. And yeah, they reimbursed me. So actually, it was actually a good result in the end. But it is a bit of an eye-opener, like with that kind of product, because when I was talking to Tops on the phone about it, they did say that they don't send any of their stuff as signed for in the US even boxes, which is crazy. Like when you consider, the
they sell
price of some
cases on the
but they said for ease of customers, they don't do it. But I was like, mate, that's insane. But anyway, so maybe they'll consider that. But yeah, they apologise for the risk of damaged product, and yeah, that's it really.
Well, at least you got your reimbursed, so that's really good.
Yeah, so it just amazed me sometimes the service of some of these things. You think how do you do it?
Well, yeah. So check this one. So I don't know if this is me being petty and bored or whatever, or if I felt like I was sort of standing up for myself. So. Picture the scene. I'm at home. I'm trying to work. Both the kids are at school. Door goes. I'm fine. It goes all the time during the day. I go and get it. It's DPD delivery driver. He's on the phone as always. They're always on the phone. and he passes me a box. Doesn't say shit, doesn't say hello, doesn't say shit. Passes me a box. I look at it and I go, this isn't me. This is my next door neighbor. So I pass it back to him and go, that's not for me, bruv. And he looks really confused. And he goes, oh, right. Yeah, it's next door's though. And I'm like, okay.
I'm not taking it.
Well, no, I don't mind taking it, but fucking ask me to take it or say, hello, could you take next door's parcel in, please? Do you know what I mean? Don't even have to say, please. Just say, mate, can you take next door's parcel?
They're not into it,
of course. If you stand there on your fucking phone, don't say shit to me and then pass me a box. And then the way that he said, well, yeah, it's for next door, was like I was a fucking idiot. And I passed it back to him. And I was like, I'll take it, but you need to ask me. Yeah. And he was, his face, oh my God. He was like, he could not believe that someone was doing this. And then he goes, comes off the call, doesn't come off of it, but takes his phone away from his fucking face. Hands me the box back and goes, sir, would you please take this box for next door? And I said, of course I would. Of course. Give me the box.
No point, okay. Yeah.
I was like,
I mean, but that's it though, isn't it? It's like that expectation.
Just manners, yeah, like fucking rude bastard. Anyway, he's like my local DPD delivery driver, so I see him quite often, and ever since that, he just looks at me like he wants to kill me.
Oh, I hope he doesn't deliver you a Card Tricks belt at some point, mate. That's
well,
dropped.
I had something the other day, and he said something, and I was just like, oh, is this one for me? Thanks, bro. Like that to it. And his face was just like, he like looked back and sort of scowled at me. But yeah, just a little bit of common courtesy. That's all it is. I don't give a fuck what you're doing. If you're on your fucking phone talking to your bird or whatever, I couldn't give a shit. Just hang up or like stop talking for a second. Why do you need to be on your phone all fucking day anyway? Anyway, jabroni.
So here's a question for you. Me and Abby are really good with like taking parts. Like, we'll take parcels in for any of the neighbours and stuff like that. How far away is too far away to take a parcel in for a neighbour? Is like 4 doors down, 3 doors down, or just direct neighbours?
I'm kind of, you've seen where I live, so I've kind of in like a bit of a close.
Yeah.
So I don't mind taking it for anyone who's like in that close pretty much, because it's all just a quick walk. But yeah, like my next door neighbour goes to work all day and they have a dog, and the dog barks all day. So I'm a bit like, and she has a lot of parcels delivered, and I take them all in. And then the dog was doing my head in the other day, and they knock on the door and I knew I hadn't ordered anything. I fucking ignored it, and I was just like, nah, I'm done taking in your parcels until you could do something about the dog. But yeah,
we had a delivery driver come on our door just for Christmas. And he said, oh, can you take a parcel in for, whatever number just round the corner from us? I was like, yeah, no worries. But he didn't have the parcel with him. And I thought, that's a bit strange. So I'd always said, yeah, that's fine, no worries. He come out, mate, with the biggest fucking box I've ever seen in my life. But this was on a Friday, and our neighbours normally go away for the weekend. So we had this fucking great big box in the hallway, like all weekend until the Monday evening. I was like, I don't mind.
I had that exact same thing happen to me like this year, where they did exactly the same. Knocked on the door. Can you take a parcel in for next door? And I was like, yeah. Opens his van and it's a huge box.
This is
and
like
I was
a
like,
car bonnet. This was like,
I literally said to him, I was like, hold up, fucking hell, mate. He didn't tell me it was that size. I was like, where the fuck am I going to put that?
Honestly.
But I did take that one in because that was for the other neighbours. But yeah.
But it's like the size of a car bonnet. I was like, Jesus Christ. But yeah, it's mad sometimes. You can't even think, what have I got myself into here?
Yeah. I did have a good laugh with that delivery driver, actually. I was like, I give him his kudos afterwards. I was like, I like his style there. I like
you played this game before, haven't you?
Yeah, you've done me over. But yeah, just a quick one on while we're kind of bitching about delivery drivers. My Royal Mail delivery drivers are all wicked, and I love them. So yeah, there's some good ones out there.
Mate, we're devastated. Our postman, I don't know how often they change the route, but ours is just chained over.
Okay.
And we've had the same postie for like 2 years, and he's such a nice guy.
Yeah.
He's always chatting. He's always like joking about the dogs. He's just a really nice guy. And he always used to come like at a set time of the day, and you thought he's going to be here. We know,
it's like so nice when you know when they're going to come, isn't it?
And we've got the last 2 weeks we've had different guides, and it says different guides every day. Like some days, like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, sometimes it's in the morning. And I think I just hope our normal guide's on holiday and they haven't changed his route permanently. So
yeah, that's usually it, that they're on holiday or something, isn't it?
I just, you know, you miss your postman. It's like, I want our postman back. But, yeah, you get a bond for your post, don't you? Especially when you're home, like definitely. Working at home all day and stuff. It's like he's the only person you talk to all day. Otherwise,
yes, that's it. Yeah, absolutely. My one, because like people like Card Tricks, for instance, you will say your username on there. Mine's Cambridge Cards.
Yeah,
and I have a lot of like single cards delivered, and she was like, "Are these trading cards?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she was like, "You have a lot of trading cards delivered." And I said, "Yeah." And then she was like, "Did you know that someone round like the back of you also collects trading cards?"
Oh,
she was like, she said, "I don't know what type of cards, but." And I still have never met the guy, but there's someone else on my estate that is collecting.
So does it
as well.
Yeah, I'll post also I'll do like the brick borrow for like the Lego sets and stuff. And there's always like a Rattly one. He always asks, "Oh, what's in there?" You know, yeah.
I hate sending Lego because of that reason. You can tell that it's fucking.
It's not
Lego.
really discreet, is it?
No. Cool, right?
Yeah, poor guys.
That's probably enough about those bastard delivery drivers now.
Yeah, let's move through.
Cool. Let's have a quick word from our amazing sponsor, Card Tricks.
Why not consider joining up and becoming a Card Tricks Elite member? For just £10 a month, you'll get exclusive codes for each break. You'll be invited to join a completely free break, and there's an exclusive massive giveaway every single month for Elite members. So why not sign up now?
Right, and we are back with our weekly purchases. You'd think that it will be a little bit shorter this week, but I've got some stuff to talk about. So I'm going to come to you first, Jamie.
I mean, I've been a fairly busy boy actually, because obviously birthday, bit of birthday money flowing around, and you know, picking up a few bits and stuff. So I haven't got like a huge list, but it's larger for me than I normally would ultimately. So I went on to a break on Whatnot. So picked up. There's only one guy in the UK who does NASCAR cards. There's a guy called Dash Breaks. He always does NASCAR on a Tuesday evening. So I normally hop in there and pick up some NASCAR stuff. But he was doing a deal. He was like doing a fire sale on some blasters. So I picked up a couple of NASCAR blasters and actually got some nice hits in that, which I was quite chuffed with. So I picked up a few bits and pieces on there. Nice. So thank you. But he's done a bit of an amour. He's like his business card. He's done his own 101 business cards to go in with his envelopes and things. Actually, quite a clever little thing to do there, really. So, but yeah, the thing I've picked up a couple of white sparkles this week. I picked up some Terry Funk white sparkles, which again, so cheap. I don't quite know why, but yeah, I think it's just in case it's Terry Funk ultimately. And I also picked up some undercard base as well.
Sorry, if Dave was here, he would have gone, it's because it's Terry Funk.
Yeah, you know. But it's still, though, like, there's still, I don't know, Terry Funk's just like one of these names. We've said like undervalued legends, and I just feel that Terry Funk is one of them. Yeah. So, yes, that was something I picked up on the eBay side of things. When it comes to Epack, we've said before, I obviously picked up a few 2024 packs and bits and pieces like that over on there. But ComC's where it's been at. I've been trying to close out some more of the Heroes of Wrestling stuff. So I have picked up a couple more autos on the Heroes of Wrestling bits and pieces, which is all good. I did go through my list of what I need. Like I do now need like less than 30. So
wow, you're getting there.
Yeah, really getting there.
Have you still got a lot of the big names to get, or?
I mean, not massive. I'll share my list with you once we recorded, but I think like the biggest ones on the list at this point are like Hogan and Sasha Banks. Okay. Like I've already got a Cody, and there's not really that many. I haven't got Brett, but again, they're not like super expensive names to pick up. You know,
they don't. They don't usually sell for like the price of a Panini, or do you know what I mean? It's a little bit lower, isn't it?
No, and I think I've done quite well. So when this product first dropped, obviously like Jay White, I picked up. I think it was from Scott Crouch actually. I picked up the Jay White from him. I pulled the Kota Ibushi myself anyway, so that was in my boxes. And the Hangman Page and stuff, like I bought that for like $10 in the early days. Wow, so really? Some of the bigger names like I have picked up quite well. But yeah, I'm kind of in the end game stage at this point now, which is really nice. Talking about those Father's Day Roman Reigns, I also picked up the to 50. So I've got the 25 and the to 50. and I picked up a couple of other Wednesday in Actions for Flagship 2021. So I picked up the Jericho one for $4, and I thought, that's just a bit of a bargain.
Wasn't Jericho one of the kind of SPs as well in that?
Yeah, I wasn't sure. I lose track of what was SPs on them, but
there was about 10, I think, 10 or something like that were SPs.
I'm sure it just amazes me with these because they were like a box hit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Incredible, really, what they're valued at. And Billy said that sort of stuff before. And I mentioned on the pod last time around, I'm trying to get all the In Your House die cuts. So I now have got the full In Your House die cut set. So
boom.
Again, picked up the last few of those that I needed. So yeah, just generally trying to keep on closing things out as we get into a new year, ultimately, more than anything, to be honest.
Completed
that's kind of right.
Completed it.
Good, mate, smashed it, yeah.
Cool, right. Shall I go into mine?
Yeah, go on, do it.
So Dave's not here, as I've said 100 times already. I have officially taken over as the giveaway king. And I would like some music. I would like Shane McMahon. Theme song, please. Because I am your new Mr. Money in the Bank winner.
Boom.
I'm holding up, for if you at home, I'm holding up my Money in the Bank briefcase. So I want to give away, finally. So it was a couple of Fridays ago. So it would have been the day after we did the last podcast episode. Card Tricks. It was definitely Ram and Chris. I think Casper was there as well. It was their merch show. So obviously they stock all official WWE merch. Really good prices on there throughout the show. Lots of little giveaways, like t-shirt giveaways every minute. And I only bought one thing. I just wanted to support and watch their first sort of big merch show. And I only bought the John Cena pop that I spoke about earlier. This was a day before the turn. So it was like the price that I would normally pay for a pop anyway in the shop with the shipping in as well. So it was a no-brainer for me. And I was on my own with the kids. I forget what my missus was, but yeah, so I only bought the pop. The problem I had was I was putting the kids to bed at the time. So just brushed the teeth. And I was actually not going to bother staying around for the end of the show and the giveaway because I'd only bought the pop. But in the end, I thought, I'm gonna go for it. So dragged out, putting them to bed a little bit longer. Entered the giveaway and won. So boom, Mr. Money in the Bank. But that's not it. So the gist of it is that you win the briefcase, which is like the official £100 old briefcase, and then you get to fill it with as much as you can get in there. The only stipulation is that it has to close, so it has to be able to.
Would you load it up with?
So it was very much it reminded me of Supermarket Sweep. That's what it felt like, because it was pressure. It was like, do you know what I mean? I'm not like the most outgoing person anyway, so I was like the center. I hate being the center of attention, so I was like the center of attention. But the main thing is
they take the little camera into the room, into the merch room.
Yeah. So the whole show was in the merch room. It looked wicked because it was like all the shelves were stocked, piled full of fucking t-shirts, everything you can imagine. But actually, when I won initially, Ted, my older son, was fucking screamed in my ear like, yeah, definitely for the next fucking week. But he was so excited, and like he managed to get a shirt and stuff out of it. So yeah, and Lou, the 3-year-old, was just excited because everyone else, like me and Ted, were excited.
Everyone was excited,
so
yeah.
He just joined in and screaming and running around and stuff. But Ted wasn't a fan of my original idea for this. So when I won, so I'd been winding him up throughout the merch show, saying I was going to buy, or I was going to wear with him in public, the pink Yeet Jey Uso t-shirt.
Yeah.
So it's bright pink and it's got Yeet written in massive font on the front. So my idea was to fill the entire briefcase with XL Yeet shirts, just because I thought it would be funny. Ted was screamed at me. It was like, no, no, no. So I wasn't allowed to do that.
Did you get at least one pink Yeet shirt?
Yeah, I got one. And I'm going to wear it with him at some point. But yeah, so I got the briefcase itself, which is really cool. I also got a Rey Mysterio mask from Halloween Havoc, the purple.
Oh,
one.
mate, the purple, nice.
Yeah. A Topps Chrome Blaster, 2 mini belts, which I really, really like. 4 t-shirts. So I got Ted a kid's shirt, and then I got myself the pink one and some LA Knight shirts. 2 hats, and then the big one. I've got it here to show you, Jamie. It's got to be Sting. So
mate, that's so nice.
Sting, AEW.
You got so much stuff in that case.
Luminaries, yeah. So I will just say, I was getting a little bit of stick in the chat, I felt, from a couple of people, and they were telling me to... So it was basically you could fill it with anything from the shelves. And he had a Cactus Jack Elite figure signed. He had a Cactus Jack Pop signed and the Sting. Now, everyone was going, put all the figures in the fig. And I just was like, Chris is our boy. Do you know what I mean? He's like part of the show. And I just didn't feel right doing that. As I said, I wanted to just take Yeet t-shirts. But in the end, I was like, fuck it, I'll take if I'm allowed to take the Sting, I'll take the Sting. But yeah, I just didn't feel... So anyone thinking I'm a fucking idiot for not taking all of the signed figures, that's
taking
the
all his
reason
top tier
why.
gear. No.
Yeah, and like I just didn't want
goodies for other people.
I didn't want to rinse Chris completely. Do you know what I mean?
No, of course.
But so once you filled it up, it's all done, and then that's when you get your shot to cash in the Money in the Bank briefcase. So he then says, right, this is what you're going to get, unless you want to look on WWE shop right now and pick any belt that you want. Literally any belt, and he'll buy it, but he'll keep the briefcase and all the stuff. So a part of me really wanted to do that. But Ted was very adamant that he wanted his t-shirt, and do you know what I mean? He wanted me to take the briefcase. He thinks the briefcase is wicked. So I didn't cash in, and I kept the briefcase.
I think I would have done the same. I would have kept the briefcase with your goodies, I think, as well.
I wonder, though, if I probably wouldn't have, and I would have overruled his decision if Dave hadn't have given me that belt recently.
Really?
Do you know what I mean? If I didn't already have a belt, I probably would have cashed in, because I've always wanted a title belt. So best of both worlds, I guess.
Yeah, done really well there, dude. Well done.
Really well. So fast forward a couple of days.
I would just say really quickly, again, this is another point for anyone who hasn't gotten a card tricks break or hasn't done whatnot stuff before. Like, there are so many chances to win such good shit with card tricks. Like, it's unbelievable, like, what they do as giveies. So just please, like, get on a break and do all that kind of stuff with them.
And that plays in really well to my next point. So that was the Friday. We had Elimination Chamber on the Saturday. Great show. And then on the Sunday, it was singles night. So again, the singles shows are always wicked. The buyer's giveaway was the Cactus Jack Elite that I didn't pick. I chose a Sting over the Cactus Jack figure. Now, I did buy a lot in the singles show. And it wasn't to try and win the giveaway. I didn't care about the giveaway to a degree. It was because the prices are really good. You get the cards within a week. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's all good stock for my eBay store and shit like that, and PC stuff. So I was just buying up loads of random cards. But yeah, I won the giveaway. So I got the Cactus Jack Elite as well.
I did not know this. You have that kept that.
I kept that one quiet because I don't know. I just felt like I just felt like I don't know. I just felt not shit about it. I felt good about it, but I didn't want to like rub it in anyone's face. I wanted to wait till now to rub it in everyone's face.
That's really cool. You've done really well there.
But yeah, like you think that's one weekend of giveaways and probably £600-700 worth of stuff that I've walked away with, plus the fact I think they gave away at least 2 belts on the Saturday show as well. So
and all the
crazy giveaways,
pendants like
gang
given away.
Yeah.
Gang pendants.
I still haven't won a gang I really want to get, I want to get in the gang. I want to get back in the gang. Cool. So that's enough of my giveaways.
You've done really well. Nice.
Yeah, I'm well happy. And I'll talk some actual purchases now. So, starting off with JB Hater, grabbed a Black Diamond Auto this week. Really cool, great price. It was like a Facebook group pickup, but it was a really good price to the point where somebody commented on the post, because it was all done in the comments section, and somebody commented saying, "Wow, great pickup." And if I didn't buy it, he wanted it because it was such a good price. So,
well,
fuck that. I took it.
Hater collector.
And yeah, it's on my. He is. I know he's got some really nice hater cards, but can't win them all. So yeah, really happy to add that. Carl Anderson. So, I mean, I've spoken about him loads, but Chris at Card Tricks. This was the night we recorded the last podcast episode. So he hit me up, and he had opened, I think he'd opened some select like Percy's blasters or something, and he pulled a Carl Anderson Zebra. So, and he sold it to me at an insanely generous price, to the point where I sent him a little bit more, which he gave to Casper. But yeah, really, really appreciated. I appreciate anyone who comes to me with Gallows and Anderson cards. So really, really cool. And then sticking kind of with Card Tricks, the WhatsApp group. So they have like a WhatsApp card sales group. And one of the guys in there, Mike, I grabbed a CM Punk 2010 Elimination Chamber relic and an AJ Lee Tops 2015 relic. So both good prices, price to sell again, and they turned up today. And yeah, I have forgot to message him to say that they've arrived, so I'll do that in a minute. But yeah, I've kind of been PCing Punk a little bit more, and I had my AJ Lee cards all in a pile to sell, and I decided actually I'm going to keep hold of them because they're quite really nice condition and things like that. They're all like old Slam Attacks and shit.
Nice.
So yeah, a couple of pickups there, and big up Mike for that one. And then lastly, Slam Attacks Chrome. So Bret Hart, I noticed I only had the black to 10 and yellow to 99, so I'm missing the green and orange. So I picked up the orange to 25, about $15, which I thought was a really good price. And that's about it from me this week. It was quite long.
You've done well. I mean, look, you've had a really good couple of giveaways there, and you know that kind of sets the scene. Maybe I'll go next from random. The love will come round full circle. You never know.
It. Yeah. So you think within a matter of days, I'd had that giveaway win. I'd had Chris sell me the Zebra, really nice of him. Then I had the giveaway win. Then I had another giveaway win. Then I got the Rock Roman to 50. Then I got the Sting PMG, and now I'm tapped out.
You're loving the hobby.
Yeah,
Either.
I'm done. I'm smoking a cigarette.
He's spent. Yeah.
But it's kind of that, like knowing when to stop sort of thing. So yeah, I'm just having maybe a week or so off, and then I'll be right back to it.
Happy days. Well done, dude. Well done.
Thank you very much. And thank you to Card Tricks, because they're the ones doing all these crazy giveaways that we keep talking about on the show. Cool. Right. So the last thing we've got, I keep wanting to always go to the top 5, but it's not the top 5. It's Topps Slam.
The Slam Jam.
Slam Jam. You've probably done a bit more of this than me, my friend. So
do you try to take the lead?
Yeah, you take
the lead on the Slam. I'll tell you what,
up the Slam.
Slam is full on as fuck. It is non-stop. I think it had always been like this, but maybe I was on the pulse a bit more when things can be dropping. But I just feel like every day I've gone in there, there's just so much new stuff cropping up. So we'll start with a biggie. So they have the landing of Topps Chrome. So we have got, whether you have in physical, they are now doing the digital version of the cards into Topps Slam. Sorry.
Once you're done, I've got a question about Chrome release. So I'll let you go through it, and then I've got
So if you want to get hold of Chrome, again, it's all the same artwork, same images, and pretty much kind of the same finishes on stuff. So the first packs you can obviously get will be your kind of normal bundles, where you can obviously get your super packs and your standard packs. So a standard pack in the game, you get 5 cards per pack, and it's 3,000 coins. Again, not every single one of those cards is a Chrome card. You may just get one, or maybe not even any. So that's kind of where you are, but you have got a 1 in 5 chance of getting a rare card, 1 guaranteed uncommon, and then obviously the super rares and go up. One thing to note though, in those standard packs, that you don't get any of the challenge pack cards, entry pack cards, or any legendaries in that normal kind of standard pack. So just bear that in mind if you are going heavy in those.
But with the standard packs, you can still get like autos and things like that.
Yes, you still get some nice parallel stuff. It's just the legendaries you're not going to be getting ultimately and stuff like that.
So can I just say, I bought diamonds for the first time ever. 99p. Ooh. I was not happy about doing this. My intention was I did buy some diamond packs and got fuck all. And then literally the next pack I opened was a standard pack and got a John Cena auto.
Boom.
Out of just a 3,000 coin pack. So I was a bit like, if I'd have got that auto in the diamond pack, that would have, my thought process would have been like, right, these diamonds are actually worth buying. Whereas now,
it would incentivize you going forward.
Yeah, I've got no incentive to buy anymore.
I mean, that's not bad to have a little dabble, like just to maybe just have a big hit. Sometimes it's nice. I mean, even for myself, like I don't rip that much with diamonds, but sometimes when a new thing comes out, just to get a buzz of like, okay, it's 99p, I think actually get some nice kind of cards to have, you know? But yeah, so the next tier up is your super pack with Chrome. So you get 11 cards per pack. You get 3 guaranteed uncommons, 2 guaranteed rares, and obviously that goes up, but then you get the chance of getting your legendaries to 99 or non-numbered. You get legendaries to 50 or 25, and then you get legendaries 10, 5, or 1. So it goes up and up and up, but then you've obviously got your challenge packs, which again just cost more and more money. So they end up costing you 1,000 diamonds, but you obviously get more cards.
So tempted by this.
We get more. You get so much more. Like there is obviously those chances to get iconics and more guaranteed rares and super rares. So if you are a fan of them, then do have a look at all the different options. Again, if you want to stick with your normal base 3,000 diamonds, then you can. But yeah, if you want to be trying to get some heavy hitters, do have a look at that. And people are now really getting into doing a lot of trades with these online. People trying to get one-on-ones, and we're seeing in the Slam chat on the Card Tricks community, there are so many people now going after one-on-ones and doing lots of trades back and forth. So if you are after someone, you can get some steals because people are really overpaying for certain cards that people want. So definitely give that some consideration.
Well, our president, he's got a few one-on-ones, hasn't he?
He's been a busy boy.
But really I think busy.
I think again, like Lloydy's probably done quite well because obviously he's got quite a lot of older, rarer cards.
Yeah,
that people want.
Yeah,
and he's putting quite tasty trades over to people to entice them in, isn't he? Ultimately,
yeah.
But man, that's how you play the game. You know, if you want to put a lot of money into it to then get some good trade bait to then get that nice collection. I mean, it's good to give that injection and then go through. But again, if you want to try and do trades without putting stuff in, obviously it's a longer chase to try and get up that ladder. But I think anything's achievable within Top Slam. I think you just depends how you want to navigate it, really, isn't it? You know.
Yeah, you got to put in the work to get the coins, unless you want to spend diamonds. But
exactly. But I mean, yeah, it all pays.
My question,
yes,
was I keep seeing the box thing. Is that like people pulling like a redemption box? Is that physical box, or you don't know, do you?
No, I don't know.
Have you not seen it? It's like I don't know. I don't understand if it's like a box.
Is this a giveaway that's only for the Americans?
I don't know. I don't think it's only for the Americans. No. Maybe it is, but maybe, yeah, it's just all a little bit too complex for me. I haven't kind of looked into it enough, but I think like from my understanding is you can pull like a redemption from the 1,000 diamond packs.
Oh, the entry packs.
Yes,
sorry.
that's
Right.
it.
Yes. Sorry. Yes.
You can then get a box of.
Sorry.
Topps
Yeah.
Chrome.
I'm with you now. Yeah. So the entry packs, you do get a redemption card, and you then will get a special. They say a special hobby box of Topps Chrome. I don't know what's special about it. I think it's just a normal hobby box, but yes, you do.
Is it going to be a real cards, or are we talking?
I think it's real. Yeah, I think it's real product.
That was what my understanding was, that it was a real box of cards.
Yeah,
that's really cool.
That's what the redemption is. You redeem a real box.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
maybe they
really,
haven't
really
explained it well enough because fucking retards like me can't understand what's going on. But again, that would incentivize me if they bring out, the next one's whatever, Topps Inception or something, then, or Finest. If they're going to do that, then that would really incentivize me to spend actual money on diamonds.
Oh, slippery slope, Chris. But again, you see what happens. So yeah, next note, obviously to note. So yeah, again with Chrome, if you want to get onto that and get some nice Chrome stuff, do have a look. I think it's quite cool as well that you can actually then, if you've got a physical card, you can then get the Topps Slam version of it as well, which is quite nice.
That is cool. Yeah.
As next on the notes, we've got happened very, very recently, actually, the last couple of days. Season 2 has started when it comes to all the different levels. So if you had already been to level 50 or where when the levels, that's now restarted back down to level 1. So if you want to get yourself the premium pass, obviously you can restart now and you'll get the level 1 where you get coins, diamonds and a pack. Or if you just want the free season, then you'll just get your daily pack and coins. So do check that one out if you want to get into season 2. And again, you can become a premium member for $8.99 a month, and you'll double up on all your daily gifts that you get and much more. And obviously you get diamond deals and things like that. On the next list, we have got Roadblock. So NXT Roadblock, of course, was earlier on this week. So again, if you want to get the standard packs, again, 3,000 coins. Again, you will get an uncommon card, but again, you'll get a lot of the normal base stuff in between that. And then you have your super packs, and then they've got a special deal at the minute. You get your super pack times 4. So for $6.49, you get 4 packs, and you also get 750 diamonds as well. So that's a limited time thing. So that's what you've got there.
Have you got in on these? Have you done the set?
Not yet. I mean, I don't tend to go much into kind of the NXT set. It's quite a nice layout. Obviously, you've got like the road effect, but you kind of have got like a road effect. But like Robot Wars is kind of what is the picture in my head. Like Robot Wars, yeah. But it's quite a short, obviously, checklist. Obviously, some key people from NXT within it. So yeah.
I seem to be doing all of the base sets. Like I've done this one 13 of 13. Yeah, I think I've done most of them, to be honest.
I think the smaller base sets, though, are quite achievable, though. Like, if you just spend your daily coins, like, I've found that I've nearly pretty much got the base sets in these things, which is quite nice to tick off, aren't they,
Yeah. It's quite nice as well. We're like, as we said earlier, we're like base set collectors to a degree. So this is kind of just becoming a part of it for me. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. It's like, I just, get the urge to complete these base sets in Top Slam.
I had the conversation actually with the wizard Graham. We were talking because Graham's a massive Top Slam fan. He loves it. And we were saying the same thing. Like, actually, for me, going through those like initial base sets, like, it's actually quite nice to get those base tiers. And I still feel like there's a chase there to try and even pick those up at this stage, even though there's lots more going on. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. But if you want to get some Roadblock stuff, again, there are some nice names within that. So you've got people like Ethan Page. There's some NXT alumni. So you've got Shotzi, Lash Legend in there, Javon Evans. So, yeah, do check it out if you want some NXT names. Then we've also got another one which has come through. We've got the second drop of Star Studded. And again, you've got options within there. Again, you've got the standard and your super packs, and then you've got your diamond pack as well. They don't do a diamond and a super pack together. You can just get the diamonds on that. But then we get into what we obviously have been having over the last few weeks are our main events. So we had last time round, we were talking all things NWO. So they had finished off with the most random mix of NWO members in the world. Ending it up in Booker T, which is a bit
not
mad,
someone
nonetheless.
you think of, yeah.
No, I did. So yeah, but we moved into IC champs. So
yes,
last week we had 1980s IC champs. So we had all your classic IC champs in that first set come round. I will say the only thing I don't like about this set is that it's the modern IC belt, and it just doesn't look right to me.
I think
what do you think?
you raised the point that I kind of didn't think about. Maybe I'm just like an arsehole and I don't care. It's that you said, and it's probably right, is that the generation now maybe wouldn't recognize what title that is. Like if you put the one they had in the 80s, the one they had in the 90s. But for me, I think it would have made it way better.
I 100% agree. I think
don't like the new IC title at all.
It doesn't look right when you got an award card of the Ultimate Warrior and he's got the modern IC belt in front of him for the award. It just all looks
the honky
strange.
tonk man, like that. Yeah, that IC belt that he had is just like with the Ultimate Warrior. It's just synonymous with him, isn't it? So yeah. Weird.
It's very weird. But I mean, we had a mix of 80s champs. So we had Ricky the Dragon, Greg Valentine, Honky Tonk, Don Morocco, and Ravishing Rick Rude. And again, you had your rare options there. You had for the motion ones as well, which were pretty cool. But again, the same images. And then we're moving to the 90s this week. So we're already getting to the end of this week. Difference with the card this week, we've gone from a blue border to a green border. So your award this week will be Bret Hart. But then this week we've had Mr. Perfect, Ken Shamrock, British Bulldog, Piper, and then we've got obviously tomorrow's, which we'll wait to see
who you
tomorrow.
guessing for? It's got to be Razor or Sean, hasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was probably going to be Sean when it comes to
Sean,
IC
yeah.
champs, but
90s IC champ, like beginning of the 90s, is what I would think of. Yeah.
I do find it such a mad mix though. Like Ken Shamrock is not the first person I think of, but I think
He's
90s
proper
IC champs.
late 90s IC champ, isn't he?
Yeah.
Like, it seems like, I know that it was only a few years apart, but they seem like the Attitude Era and the beginning of the 90s seem fucking light years
Miles apart. Yeah.
like you don't think of them two, like Ken Shamrock and Rowdy Roddy Piper and, you know, Mr. Perfect and stuff. I know that they all wrestled around the same era, but yeah, it just seems strange.
I will obviously going through the theme for March of doing all the IC champs. The next week will be Naughty's IC champs.
Yeah.
I mean, with the trend they've got, are we going to get like people like Rikishi is going to be your Naughty's IC champ and stuff like that?
Could well be.
There's not many other people you can kind of think of that we have already seen in Top Slam that would also have an IC champ card. It seems to be the similar sort of guys, but we'll see. We'll see who crops up. But there's no one I can think of initially.
No, I'm really quickly going back to the belt thing. I've hung up on the belt thing. They should have done, like, even if like Ken Shamrock and the British Bulldog held different looking IC titles, didn't they? I would like to have seen each one that they actually held. Do you know what I mean? Like a different
100%.
image, and it would have been obvious, but
I mean, yeah, I don't know. Or even just have an image with them holding those belts.
yeah,
Anyway, it's very strange images, but we'll see what we end up with tomorrow. So, like I say, I think it would be a Razor or a Sean. There's no one else I can think of 90s.
This is when it'll be fucking Ahmed Johnson or something, wouldn't it?
But the thing is, though, like those guys have obviously been in the DX ones and stuff, haven't they? So I don't know. If
So you might find that they do go for a different. I'm trying to think of someone else who held the IC title in the 90s. There's probably fucking loads of my
No, I know there probably is. But it's like the Top Slam guys, isn't it? Like Top Slam roster. But
Stone Cold
tomorrow. But it might be Austin. Yeah, might be Austin.
Owen Hart. Oh, we couldn't do Owen Hart, I suppose.
No, I can't do Owen. No. But obviously next week, obviously the Naughties. Like, could you go again with Rikishi, China, and then are you then getting into a lot of the guys?
Oh, you couldn't do Jericho either.
Jericho. No, that's what I'm saying. You got to go through those Naughties champs. Like you got Edge, Christian. Like you can't use any of these guys who are in the Naughties really. And then you're getting into like Cody Rhodes and the Miz and stuff, aren't you? But they would be probably the week after, I guess.
The tens.
The tens, yeah. And we'll have American Nightmare Cody Rhodes with the modern IC belt.
That's so weird.
But I mean, again, it was a bit of you were saying about the diamonds versus non-diamonds. Like sometimes I'll pick that standard pack and get nothing, and then I'll get the magic pack of having the rare and the uncommon. So I think my kind of advice on this is don't buy the diamonds for these main event cards. Just keep using your coins because you will get the rare within a few packs.
But I'll tell you, well, I don't know, Jamie, I wouldn't say that. So one of them last week, I spent 80-something thousand coins trying to get. It's like the Bischoff all over again. and I end up with like 11 or 13 fucking base cards. And then it'll always be the next couple I'll get really quickly. Like, because each day I try and get both, or I do get both.
I'll do
the rare and the common. So
what time of day are you doing that though? You doing it
straight away? I haven't got much going on, bro.
No, I wonder if maybe this is the time of day you're doing it. Maybe there's.
I don't know. So I pretty much do it every day. So I have like 3 hours to myself a day. And this drops within those 3 hours. So I'm always kind of, to a degree, I'm free.
Okay.
So yeah, I kind of do it always straight away. And it goes both ways. Some days I get it 1 pack, and then other days I get it in 30 packs.
No, I'm a last thing at night kind of guy. So the last thing I do at night is then do my main event pack, like at 10, 11 o'clock at night. Yeah. So yeah, I've always found that a pretty good time, really. But maybe we'll track that, see what it's like to see. Yeah,
change my tactic a little.
Yeah, change your tact on that. But yeah, so main event, they're the ones. So yeah, looking forward. I guess we're going to predict 2 more weeks of IC champs on the main event side.
Yeah.
And then you've got your usual bits and pieces come through. So Free Pack Friday will be here again tomorrow. So get your one shot at that. I have seen people being a bit crafty and getting multiple accounts to try and get those Free Pack Fridays. Yeah, getting other people to sign up and doing the dodgy deals from Free Pack Friday. But again, do grab that if you can, because the golds people are chasing and going after. Throwback Thursday. I haven't seen what today's is as of yet.
But I've already gotten both. AJ Styles, and it is, I feel like it's, who is he fighting? Is it? Yeah, it's the Undertaker's, what was it called? The match of Undertaker.
The final dirt match.
The dirt match, yeah. It's dirt match. But yeah, again, I always go for the auto and the regular version of this. But today I did it really quickly. I think I did it in like 2 or 3 packs. So, and I hit the auto first quite often with Throwback Thursday.
Yeah, I mean, I've tried over the last few weeks. I think last week, we had the Becky Lynch. I didn't do too bad on the Becky. Some weeks it's okay. Some days, times it's not. I don't normally go that heavy. If I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't. But they're always quite a nice image and they're a nice design on them. So
yeah, I like the design of these. I think it's really cool.
I don't know what you're referring to here. So we've got Wank Stain Wednesdays. What's this one? You're not a fan of this one?
This was just a little pod notes joke for you. So I written Free Pack Friday, Throwback Thursday, Wank Stain Wednesday, and I just thought you don't hear the word or the term Wank Stain very much anymore. So
no, it kind of move. Yeah,
trying to bring.
I don't think the kids call each other that in school now, do they? Really? They get expelled for that probably.
No, I don't think Wednesday actually has anything, does it?
No, I don't think it does. No, that's why I was a bit blown. I was like, what's he thinking there? And then we've got the other bits and pieces. The portraits is still coming around each week. So this week is Trish Stratus. And then we have the editor's choice. And the editor is going for a bit of a horny one this time around. He's going for a bit of Liv this week. So we've got horny portraits and horny editors this week. So
big fans, yeah.
So yeah, lots and lots going on in the Top Slam app. And again, all the usual other things are still going on. And they seem to be holding on to sort of the older sets for some time now as well. So again, if you're not onto Top Slam and you want to get a little bit into it, check out our Top Slam episode we done about a month ago, kind of like your intro to Top Slam. And if you want any other news, just reach out to any of the guys in the Top Slam WhatsApp chat or reach out to another person who will help you out. But yeah, it's a good bit of fun. And again, there's loads and loads to grab in there if you're a fan. Yeah,
and I feel like we could do maybe not just yet, maybe in a few months' time, like kind of after WrestleMania or something. But I feel like we should do a second, like an update special on Top Slam, because we'd be like sort of 6 months in by that point. I do have one gripe. Show full of gripes. International Women's Day. It's nothing to do with International Women's Day as an actual day, but they gave you 150,000 coins.
Yeah, they did.
Well, they didn't give me it, so I was coming back from the card show, and I lost internet connection. I wasn't driving, so I lost internet connection and didn't get any coins.
Oh,
so
mate, have you messaged them?
No, I don't know that. Could you message them?
Yeah, if you message the chat and say, they can check your check it, and they'll just send you an inbox message of like what you would have lost. Yeah, so give it a go.
There you go. I've learned something there. So I was just gonna just leave it, but yeah, if I could actually get them, that'd be pretty.
Yeah, no, message them. Yeah, to say you lost connection, and they'll just check back and see the logs. Yeah,
because it wasn't long. It might have been like a day or two after Chrome had come out, so I had rinsed my coins. Like I needed those coins. So I was like, I could get loads of Chrome with this, and then didn't get them. And I basically didn't play the game the rest of the day because I'm a big baby. So I was just like pissed off I had no coins. Anyway.
Nice. Well, I mean, yeah, definitely send them a message, dude. Well worth doing.
I will do.
So yeah, do check out your Top Slam, and again, yeah, reach out to us if you need anything. And I think that's it for Top Slam this time round. There's a lot going on.
That's it, and that's pretty much it for the show this week. Shall we do our plugs and goodbyes, Jamie?
Yeah, so let's do it. So yeah, all the usual things. Again, we've mentioned a few times before. If you haven't checked anything out with Card Tricks before, do that. If you use code SCR2025, you get 50% off your first purchase with them, up to a value of £50. So again, if there's any big things you want to buy or any big spots, you'll get up to £50 off that spot in your first purchase. So do not miss out on that. And again, that's valid on any of their streams on the main Card Tricks page. So if that's going to be, the break nights or pay-per-view nights, just go in there and put in that code and add that to your wallet. They have got lots of things running at the moment. So over on the WhatsApp room, as we said before, we've got the Square Circle Relics chat. They've got the break room, the sales room. They've got the general kind of other chats going on there. But something Chris is looking at running very, very soon. He's doing a Royal Rumble. So the prize is that you can pick any belt off WWE Shop. Really cool. If you want to get involved with this, there's only 30 spots, and they will then sim a Royal Rumble on 2K25. So spin the rule, give a number, and if that wins, you then get the belt. It's £15 entry, and then prizes any belt on WWE Euroshop. Really so cool, there's still lots of spots available. So if you want to get involved with that, we can. And as soon as that's full, he will then run it on the Whatnot feed. So you can then get the private link and join in there with only the Royal Rumble entry people. So that's all cool. So yeah, do check that out. If you want to find us online, again, you find us over on X. We don't really do much over on X at all now, really. But if you want to obviously DM us over there, then that's the format you can get us on. If you want to reach out on Instagram, Chris normally looks after the Insta for us, sharing the stories and obviously looking after the messages. So, yeah,
I'm going to start posting on there soon because I kind of leave the posting to you. I do all the stories.
I haven't done any posting for a long, long while.
December.
But yeah, it's really shit.
9th of December.
I'll do some more posts. But yeah, no, and Instagram is probably the best place for us if you want to kind of interact and do bits and pieces on there and see what we're posting. And then the Facebook group, as always, we have our Square Circle Relics Facebook group. We've got a good little number of people there, and it's a different group of people on the Facebook group as in the WhatsApp group. So the best thing to do is join all of them, and you'll see the full perspective of everyone who, listens to the show, and you can interact with each other from there. And that's pretty much it, really, on my side of things. So, Chris, over to you.
I'm a little bit more busier on my side of things. So Jamie has a real job and stuff. I don't have a real job, so that's why. So yeah, if you do, as Jamie said, I am on our Instagram account every day, and I'm on my own as well. I've really tried to start being a bit more involved again in the kind of wider community on Instagram and stuff. So I'm trying to post, I'm doing like a weekly thing. So I'm doing my eBay sales every week, which I don't know why, I just find it intriguing when I see other people doing it. I think I've seen one guy doing it before and was like, I'm stealing your idea. It's a form of flattery. But yeah, so everything that I sell on eBay, I take a picture of before I send it off. And I'll kind of, every now and again, I'll try and show like different phases. So like the cards just in the top loaders and then them kind of packed in their little packets and shit, shiny packets. So and anything like that I'm trading with people, I'll put in there as well. And yeah, I'm just trying to be a bit more on the ball with Instagram. I think, as I said, I put up my card show pickups on there, did like a little video, shows you everything that I bought. What it doesn't show you on that post is everything that Ted bought. So, Yeah, I think he spent more money than me. To be honest, yeah. Yeah, so lots of stuff on there at the moment, and then YouTube. As I said, I think last episode I had a go at somebody leaving me shit comments and stuff. So I reluctantly put out another video. I put out my Sapphire video a couple of days ago, 3 or 4 days ago. It's doing pretty well. So
I enjoyed watching that. It was good.
Yeah,
I know you weren't that happy with the cars, but yeah, the video was good.
I kind of, well, not kind of, I was fully expecting what I got. Do you know what I mean? I wasn't expecting much. I was hopeful, but yeah. Happy with the Bret Hart to 75 or something or other. And my second box, I got a couple of good PC cards in that. But yeah, the video's doing pretty well. I haven't had any hate yet or any negativity. I mean, there's a little bit of negativity, but towards the product rather than towards me as a person.
Rather you break, yeah.
I don't mind that. I am in agreement with the product was fucking arse for not 75% of it. I will say that in the videos I'm right at the start of when it came out, so there hadn't been that many breaks. Card Tricks hadn't had his cases in by that point. So I hadn't seen loads of it opened, so I wasn't 100% sure on the checklist, and because Topps didn't put out a full checklist of
No.
The redemptions and shit. So what I'm talking about is kind of maybe not correct now. So I think before I do the second video, I'm just going to do a quick minute kind of intro video first and put that out there to say that you can get like The Rock and Roman and Cody autos, and there are legends in it. They just seem to be few and far between. So yeah, that's there. I'm waiting for my American shipment to come over, and then I'll have a few more products for YouTube. But yeah, should be trying to get a few more videos up in the next couple of weeks. And yeah, that's pretty much it from me and Jamie this week. Shall we say bye, Jamie?
I think so. I was just waiting. Lloydy, no goodbyes. This strange finishing off. So,
it's so weird.
I mean, see if we can teleport a message from Lloydy, and then we'll see if we can on episode 72. See you later, everyone.
See you later.
Hey all, sorry I missed today's show, and love John Cena.